Just want to show you something here before I glue this top on. Okay, now as you can see, there's a I'm going to pull this back a wee bit. I'm just doing this one-handed, so bear with me. Right, as you can see, there's a tenon, and that fits up inside this mortise here. Okay, now the problem here, you don't want this length here. You want this length here to be longer than that distance there, or they won't compress together. And you want a nice snug fit. Now, a few moments ago, I brought these together. Just going to bring them together there, right? And they go together lovely like that, okay? I brought them together and I couldn't get them apart again. Now, that sounds like a really nice fit, doesn't it? But the problem is that if that was so tight, it means that there's a huge amount of pressure going to be put on this part because it's being expanded outwards. So it means that later on, if something were to happen that this were to shrink, it's going to split against that, or if that was to expand, it could split this. So I had to take it apart, but the problem was I couldn't get it apart. So what did I do? I got a brush, a little hand brush, because I didn't want something heavy, and I beat on this here just gently, and I gradually eased it back. It took me about 20 minutes to get it back, which proved to me that it was far, far too tight. So how do you solve that problem? Let me just pull this back again. How do you solve that problem? What you do is you sand the tenon here, and I just sanded that very lightly, and it took maybe a hair off it, just a couple of thou, and it slid in beautifully. So it's a nice snug fit now, and it'll go together lovely. And I can blend the whole thing, you know. So I'll show that when I'm doing it, but I can't obviously do it at the same time because I'm going to have a couple of people here and they're going to be asking questions and stuff, and they'll come through in the video and one thing and another. But what I'll do is I've shown you what I'm doing. I'm basically doing that there. I'm just going to bring these together like that and glue it, and then I'll blend all this together. And then what I'll do then is, this is the top, this is the neck here. I'll come up to the top and I'll be stopping the vase about there and about here, or but in around here somewhere. So this is all waste, but I'll keep it as long as I can because it gives plenty of support here, you know. So it's going to get nice. A couple of mil here at the top, but that'll cut off, no problem at all. And then we'll disguise this line. I'll show you how to do that. Alright, so that's that bit done. The next bit will be gluing it together. I'm just waiting for these two guys to arrive because I've never seen this done before. And I'm going to do what I told you there now. I'm just going to put some glue on this surface here and this surface, and then push them together and leave them for about an hour, and that'll be it done. If you're using glue, don't use a fast-acting glue. Use a glue that will allow you to do this here, so that you can line the grain up. If you use Titebond 1's pretty popular. Titebond 1 has no movement time in it at all. It just goes off really quickly. Titebond 2 is better, and Titebond 3 is very good. It's good for exterior outside as well. I'm going to be using this one, which is Pro 30D, which is a super glue. It's a really good glue, so there'll be no problems with this one here. All right, more later. I just want to show you something before we go any further here. Remember I put glue on here to stabilize the knots? Well, it turned out that the glue actually didn't go right. It didn't come off and match. Sorry, it didn't match the sanding sealer, I discovered. So what I did was I just sanded the whole thing right back, and all the glue marks, I just want to show you this for proof, all the glue marks have been removed except for one there. I just left that, let you see there's still some on it. I'll get that shortly, but I just want to let you see what's going on here to get that down. Now, as I was saying, it's very hard to sand this here. It's because it's so tough, but I've got a wee machine that helps. That's this baby here, angle grinder with a disc on it. That soon gets through it, I can tell you, and it's doing a lot quicker than I can do it. So it's cut my sanding time by about what, instead of, I suppose it would take me 2 hours to do it, I've done it in about 15 minutes, so about an eighth of the time using that. So I'm really pleased. Now that's a 60 grit finish, so it's really crap. So, but I'll be working more on this. But I just wanted to let you see before I went any further that all the glue marks are off. So if you're doing this sort of thing, just keep in mind that that's something you need to be aware of, you know. So there you go. Right. You can see that some of the things are matching up here, but some of them don't match that well because I took this much out, remember? So you get a wee space that it's not matching as well. But when I burn the other lines in and stuff, that'll look okay, you know. So there you go. So that's where we are. I've just to fix the top here a wee bit. There's a wee bit running off a wee bit here. Only like a couple of millimeters. You can't see it when I do that. Well, you can see it a bit, but it's just here. It's not square. So I'll just work my way back. And as long as this stays square, this will be alright. This is all waste here. So I need to worry about that. So I'm just going to cut my way back here now. And that'll be it, near enough done. I've just to hollow the neck out. I have to make a plug for the neck, and that'll be it done. And then we can start to, well, what I'll do before I do that, I'll just finish it completely, and then I'll do the plug later and just add it in. All right, more later. Right, we're almost there, folks. This is the basic shape of the urn now. There's the foot. Okay, I've got a wee knot there to worry about, so I'll take care of that. But it should be okay. It's very, very secure, so I'll just glue that. And then we've got our shape basically up to here. I haven't cut the lines on it yet. I've fixed the neck. Remember the neck was doing all this here? Well, I've got the neck fixed now. And this is going to be the top. And that there is going to match that there. That's 19 mil. And that's going to be 19 mil as well. Just so if you keep things balanced, it's nice. And I've got as close as I can here. But I have to be very careful because I can't swoop in too far. I'm going to go into the hole in the neck to get into it. So if the leave, it's going to stay like that there, but it's kind of as near as I can get it in the circumstances. I can go a bit closer with this one, but I'm kind of nervous because it's very hard to get a finish on this part here. I'm getting a pretty good finish off the tool, so I want to leave it because this is all end grain here, and end grain's hard to work with, you know. So I'm going to leave it, I think, and see what I'll have another look at it tomorrow. I'm scared to cut any more at it, but we'll see how I feel. That's waste there, that's coming off, but I'm leaving it on because it's supporting the piece. As long as you can keep between centres, because if I start cutting here without this, that's going to be, the cantilever forces out here are going to be absolutely huge, and I can pull that out of the chuck very quickly, and I do not want to do that. So sorry about the noise, folks. That's air filters going up there, because I've been doing a lot of sanding and stuff, you know. So that's where we are. There's. Keep the shield on. Make sure you have it on all the time if you're going to be doing work, because it's just too risky. I was even sanding there with that power sander, and the stuff coming off hitting me. So you just need to be careful that you don't get something in your eye or something worse. So there you go, folks. That's where we are. I'm knackered, really tired. So I'm going to go in here and have a bit of a rest. I don't think I'll do any more tonight. I'm going to Coleraine tomorrow. I'll do some work for my sister-in-law, and what do you call it? So we'll get that sorted out, and then tomorrow evening I'll start again, and I should have this. Well, I should have that finished and polished on Friday, and then I'll cut the neck thing, the plug on Saturday, and I should be up and ready to go on Sunday. So a bit off what I thought last Tuesday, but it's just a time. I've never done this before, and I didn't realise there's so much work involved in it, and there's so much finishing work. I've never finished anything this big before, but it takes such a long time to do it. But it's like eating an elephant. You just do one bite at a time, you know, and that's where we are. So we're getting there. We're getting there. So just one wee last look at it, and that's basically what we're looking at there. So if I put the thing that way there, it'll give you an idea of what it's going to look like when it's standing up. So there you go. All right. Bye.